Hello everyone, this is Vishaka here. So today I will explain you what are the types of a communication. So before knowing what is a communication or what is the types of a communication, it is very important to understand what is communication. So what is communication? Communication is the process of a passing information and understanding the same from a one person to another person through verbal and non-verbal means. So, what are the types of a communication? The communication type is divided into the various parts. So, according to the direction communication, this is divided into the three category, and according to the operational organizational structure, it is divided into two category, which is formal and informal. To the informal communication, we also called as a grapevine. So, according to the types of communication, according to the direction of the communication, uh, firstly, we'll go with the upward communication. Upward communication is nothing but when the lower level of a management communicate to the higher level of a management. So during that process, they have to go through all kind of a process. Like the if the worker want to communicate their one thing to the directly CEO or the higher level of a manager, he have to go through some of the stages. Like he will firstly he will coordinate with the lower level manager, then the middle level manager, then the top level manager, and the top level manager will gonna convey the same message to the higher level of a management. The hierarchy of this managerial communication known as a upper communication. So, one of the example of the upper level of communication is known as a senior reported to the CEO or the top level of a manager reporting to the CEO. Second one is a downward communication. Downward communication is nothing but the higher level of management want to convey some message to the lower level of a management. This management skill normally used during to convey any merger or to announce any particularly things to the ground level of a management. In that scenario, the top level manager is coordinated with their middle level of a manager, and the middle level of a management convey that message to the lower level of a manager. For example, if the CEO of the organization wants to announce any merger of the organization or want to give a big announcement, that time they can use such kind of a communication process. The third one is a horizontal communication. Horizontal communication is nothing but to communication on the same level of the management. Example, the purchase manager is communicating with the production manager. The production manager is communicating with the control manager, and the control manager is communicating with the sales manager. In all these managerial level are somehow interrelated to the each other. The communication which happen on the same level of a management, that is known as a horizontal management. Uh, Next one, according to the organizational structure, this is the communication is divided into the two categories. One is a formal communication, another one is an informal communication. As we'll check with the name of the formal communication, it is a very formal way of a communication to the management or to any person. Normally, such kind of communication we used during our organization or during the meetings to the formal way. This kind of a communication involve certain things like the communication should be the clear one. They have to use a proper formal word. This such kind of communication we used in our organization with the higher and the lower level of a management. This is also help us during the conversation through the mail through the telephonically or any meeting. Uh, Communication between the top level management, middle level management, or the lower level of a management will use the formal communication. Also, if this anything which is related to the government, we are using this formal communication method. For example, the example of the formal communication is a business letter, the mails, and the report. According to the organizational structure, the grapevine, which is also called as an informal communication is nothing but the communication we mostly use with our friends or with our relative. This is we can consider as a casual communication. This is also we can use it during off time of our office or the with communication with any co-worker in the workplace. This is totally unofficial communication. The um, example is a family conversation, unofficial letters, unofficial mail. In that way, we are using that grapevine communication. Thank you.